Come on, get your fix.
Come tune in and get your fix of the culture.
It's the fix.
Come tune in and get your fix of the culture.
Come and get your fix.
Come tune in and get your fix of the culture.
It's the fix.
Come tune in and get your fix of the culture.
Come and get your fix.
Come on, get a fix of the culture. Come on, get your fix of the
Come and get
culture.
your fix.
Tap in. The Fix LA. Come get your fix of the culture.
Welcome to The Fix.
The Fix.
Season 2, Episode 6.
It's
Episode 6.
Damn, we got a 6-piece already.
Yep. Before we go into that, we got some people in the chat.
Yes,
Hey.
I saw VITV in the
TTV
building.
Design, what up? What is that? AJL, Official, Cedar,
Yeah.
Cozy,
Yes.
following me, 313. Appreciate y'all tuning in. How y'all doing?
It's more up there, but we can't see them all no
Yeah.
more.
We good, man.
They're scrolling up.
It's been a great week. It was a great weekend. So shit, we rolling into a good week, positive. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Trying to be
productive.
productive. There you go. Trying to be productive in this thing. So
Definitely.
Who's been very productive. She missed last week, but I wanted to welcome her to my talent agency, Tangerine Talent, as
Hey.
a commercial actress. She is
hey,
official.
that's a win.
Welcome to the big leagues, big dog.
Coming
proud of
to
you.
coming to a commercial near you.
Very proud of you. I didn't know you could be commercial, by the way. You know, we know Vu the rapper and the blue
He was
hair.
doubting you. He was doubting you.
And Vu's beautiful. I didn't know she could take off all the jewelry and put the poofies and then do it was great. So
The natural hair. It's hair under them wigs.
I didn't
You
even
know what I'm
recognize
saying?
her. I checked. I said, "Hold on, who's this?"
yeah.
Man,
Congratulations.
for sure.
Yes, Pearson's come. I mean, if you can go from Rockstar Tony to Walmart Tony.
Petco
What
Tony.
make you think? Yeah, the Petco Tony. I could
Yeah.
throw in a turtleneck and a suit and a blazer and hello.
Respect.
You know.
Respect.
So yes, thank you. I'm
What's up?
excited.
What y'all been listening to?
So recently I've been jamming that NBA YoungBoy 3800 Degrees. Shout out to NBA YoungBoy. I think it's like his 4th, 5th album already this year.
Okay.
So boy putting in work. So I was jamming that, checking him out. But other than that, I've been jamming some old Meek, like that GTA by Meek. That song Me off Meek's last album with ASAP Ferg.
Yeah.
Been jamming that. So I've been getting that vibe, that grind mode vibe.
It's crazy. After the last episode, me and Stav went back and forth about, I forgot what it was about, but we brought up Meek Mill, really dope artist and talented lyricist. And I played 1942 Flows for him.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And I think I was saying he was the hottest out of Philly or something like that. I really, like Meek's music. But 1942 Flows is one of my favorite Meek tracks.
Wow.
And I've had it on repeat this past week. So,
Shout out to Meek.
yep. Off that same album with French Montana, there's a single called Higher that's really dope. And that album is really dope. So shout out to French Montana and Harry Fraud.
I'm still on Simba.
Dope.
Shout out to Simba. I'm still banging Simba.
Jamming
If
it.
those take time. Yes, I am.
What track's your favorite so far?
I'd have to pull it up by title, but I listen. I let it play. I get in the car and just it goes. He has one. I gotta pull it up, but also Simba, Nipsey.
Yeah.
He gets me, like you said, grind mode. Nipsey gets me in that when I'm trying to be on my I got shit to do, up early with it.
Yeah.
Nipsey does it. Results take time. Okay. Never Change is the one that I kind of Simba.
Oh, okay.
It's with Roddy Ricch.
Jay-Z?
It's called Never Change. It's a dope record.
For sure.
He has some hits on here. Can't Win for Nothing. Soul Ties.
I
No
work out to
Sleep.
Don't Condone 2. I work out to
Wait
that.
a minute.
Yeah, that's a dope track.
Okay, when Don't Condone 2 came out, it was on repeat.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
a
literally
really dope
like
track,
play
yeah.
it over. I get in the car that way.
Because his albums you can play no skips. It's smooth, straight smooth.
I actually, Results Take Time is really a no skip. DJ Drama, shout out. It's a no skip one for me. Yeah,
Shout out to Simba again.
for sure. And Breezy. I can never stop playing Breezy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That's
Chris
friend.
Brown? You love Chris Brown.
I do.
That's my cousin.
That's my best friend.
Oh, that's what you say, my best
In
friend.
my head. Okay. Don't judge me.
Again, I've been watching a lot of Netflix.
You
Okay.
have.
We might have to add this segment because I have a lot of.
Netflix has been coming up with the
Hey,
shows and the
the
documentaries.
documentary-
I love documentaries.
They've been coming up.
What-
I haven't had time to tune in, but I plan on it.
What's some of the documentaries you been watching, Tony?
I watched 4 within the last week.
Damn, boy, say I got time.
I
I
got
got time today.
It's usually at night.
Okay.
There's a doc called Eat the Rich,
Okay.
and it was about the GameStop saga that happened in. Remember during the pandemic?
Oh hell
It
yeah!
was at
Everybody was
GameStop.
getting bread. Everybody's getting bread.
So I didn't know how crazy it went.
Yeah.
GameStop in August of 2020 was at $4, right?
Mhm.
January 21, it went up to $511.
I remember when it happened, man, like yesterday.
So when I got in, it was like at 200. So I'm like, oh, it's too high. I didn't know about options trading then, when you can get 100 shares for cheaper and stuff like that. But I was disappointed because
You got
You get in. The dude on the documentary put in $20K and he made $8 million.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, so they really came up, and there's this thing called Wall Street Bets on Reddit. Go check it out. You can learn about the bets and stuff in the options and the stock trading. But I was disappointed because I wasn't a part of that
wave.
That wave.
Yeah.
We could have been rich.
I watched it happen.
Richer.
And like literally everybody was just talking about it that day. And that is one particular guy at my job who was going crazy about it. And I was like, dude, what are you talking about? And so I started looking. I'm like, oh shit. And he was like, yeah, I got it right in at $10.
Yeah.
And that shit just started going and going and going.
Damn.
You know how it ended, right?
What? Yeah, Robinhood like locked everything up, right?
It was blowing up, and they were putting out hedge fund businesses.
Correct.
The ones that bet on businesses
Correct.
going out of business.
Damn.
Robinhood stopped the buy button. Taryn Scally, superstar.
Here, boo. Thank you, Taryn.
So Robinhood prevented people from buying.
Correct.
They literally blocked the buy button.
Correct.
And because it was going to just keep shooting.
And I remember the CEO of Robinhood was on Clubhouse.
Yes.
And he was explaining what was going down.
Yes.
And that was
was a big
wild.
room.
And I want to say that was the same day Elon hopped on Clubhouse.
Elon tweeted GameStop, GME to the moon. It was a time to get in. They blocked the buy. Obviously, it shot down, and people lost their money. So I was disappointed I wasn't a part of that. Another doc I watched was the Redeem Team.
Yeah, fire.
Which,
Fire. Shout out to Kobe, R.I.P.
oh my gosh, Redeem Team was so good. I didn't know that up until '88, only college players were in the USA Basketball
Correct.
Olympics.
Correct.
And the reason why the '92 Dream Team, one of the greatest Dream Olympic teams built, was formed was because they lost, and it was like, no, we need the best. That's when they got Jordan, and they got Larry Bird, and Magic, and Ewing, and all these people. You know what I'm saying? So
Dream team.
Just imagine being from a different country, and you're seeing all these NBA players who like cream of the crop.
Yes.
And you're like, we got to play these guys? And they're like,
Right.
yeah, you about to get blown out too.
So in '04,
Yeah.
we lost.
Yes.
But we lost because everyone was like, there was a war in Iraq, and they didn't want to go over there, and they were scared and stuff like that for obvious reasons. So we lost, and then that's when they did the Redeem Team in '08 because we lost. Kobe came on last, I think like the last year, because they were built for 3 or 4 years. And literally watching I don't want to ruin it, but Kobe Bryant saved us.
I gotta watch it.
It was
now I want to watch it.
I heard one of the stories where like they all went out, and then he was like in the lobby when they came back like 5 in the morning talking about, yeah, I'm going to the gym.
Yeah.
And that started like a whole little,
yeah. I
whole
remember
thing.
that in real time.
Yeah.
I remember that story in real time
Yeah,
happening.
that's the one going viral right now.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
got back from the club, and he's about to go work out.
yeah.
And then before you knew it, everyone else was working out with him. So
I
there's-
think somebody told a story like that at the service or something.
I'm going to just do this, and y'all can watch it for
Ethic was
yourselves.
Crazy.
And I posted this.
Oh, okay.
bit. I still haven't seen it, so I'm definitely
got
gonna check
to.
it out.
Now, yeah, I'm
I got a
interested.
flight tomorrow, so best believe I got plenty of
Catch that.
time.
Right.
I got chills watching that.
Oh.
On the darker side, another documentary I watched was Our Father.
Is that the one with the doctor, the doctor with the kids?
Yes. No,
Yeah.
that's not funny. I'm laughing.
I heard that was crazy.
I'm laughing at.
What's wrong? What
yeah.
happened? What's up with it?
I was laughing, but it was not at the documentary, at Keon.
What's the docu about? Can we tell it without telling it?
Can I say it without ruining it?
I feel like you can.
Can you?
I mean,
I think in the trailers.
it's in the plot, right? It's in the plot.
It's in the trailer too. There was a doctor, and when people were having trouble having kids, they would go to the sperm donors.
Correct.
And it's supposed to be a random sperm donor, and you get to go maximum 3 times. Without spoiling it, the doctor was using his own sperm. I won't tell you how many. but
Thousands.
It's twisted.
Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
twisted.
True story?
It's
Well,
a
it's
true
a
story.
docu, so
it's
yeah.
a true story.
Wow.
It's
Ew.
sick. It's disturbing, and people's lives were ruined because your life now was all made up.
Yeah. You didn't even know?
You didn't know.
That's kind of crazy.
I think some people, and it was 23andMe. Some people are on 23andMe, and that's how they're finding out. Some people I know are not going to do it because they don't want to know. That ruins your entire life.
Yeah.
That your doctor is not, this crazy doctor is your dad, not this guy that you thought was. Or it's really messed up. So it was sad.
Yeah. So and I feel like if you documentaries like that, man, once you watch them,
Our
You be
Father
like-
Doc. That's a wild title.
hey, you be sitting there after you watch it, just sitting there like, sheesh.
And the ending is sick, and it's very sad. So if you can stomach that, go watch.
Yeah.
Let's get lighter because that was heavy.
Yeah, please.
There was a ranking, and we don't recommend any of these fast food places, but there was a ranking of
Hence the guy with the cup on the table.
fast food places
We don't recommend any of these as a cup sits here. That's wild.
Well, what's crazy is I'm just saying I don't want to push fast food on people because
Right,
it's not
right,
the
right,
healthiest. But
Right.
I eat fast food. I don't eat McDonald's. I'm sorry, no disrespect.
Yeah.
After watching that video when the burger didn't rot, that was it for me.
I can't.
Number 1 was Chick-fil-A. We had Chick-fil-A today.
We did.
Number 2 was McDonald's. 3 was Taco Bell. 4 was Dunkin' Donuts. 5 was Arby's, which I used to love. I ate Arby's every other day. That's besides the
I've never
point.
met anybody who ate there.
Arby's.
I loved Arby's.
I've never met anybody who ate Arby's.
I've never. I don't know a single soul.
Arby's was McDonald's to me.
I've heard whispers of mozzarella sticks.
I don't know a single soul that eats Arby's. No disrespect. I
loved-
don't know. I just don't know.
I loved Arby's.
So do you are y'all? How do y'all feel about this
But I
top
know a
5
soul
though?
now, but I never knew a single soul that ate
About
Arby's.
what?
How do y'all feel about this top 5 though? Are y'all in line with this?
It's atrocious.
I think Arby's should be number 1.
No, I think
Oh, my
Popeyes need to be in
God.
here somewhere.
You had Popeyes today.
Exactly, but I think Popeyes need to be in here somewhere.
Okay, Chick-fil-A.
Popeyes been holding the hood down for a minute. They need to be in top 5.
Sorry, we're pushing this fast food. The executive producer didn't feed us today, so we had to fend for ourselves. So
So it's on
we
our
was out here
mind.
savage scavengers. Listen, Chick-fil-A rightfully could be on there. I'll give them that.
I give them
They're
number one
very
spot. I
pleasant.
love Chick-fil-A.
They're very pleasant. I've never had a bad experience at Chick-fil-A. The food, I love it. Yada yada yada. But the rest of these, Taco Bell's a craving.
Terrence Scally asked, "Is there an Arby's in L.A.?" There's multiple.
Come on now, Taryn.
There's
Where?
one. There's one on Sunset Boulevard. I don't know why I got so excited. We'll go tomorrow. Taryn, let's go tomorrow.
Bye.
Arby's tomorrow on
I
Sunset
bet
Boulevard.
bet you she don't answer the phone tomorrow.
Oh, she can't even have that. I don't think.
She
I
said she,
grew up with Arby's in Phoenix. Oh,
We'll
love
go
it.
tomorrow.
No.
We have the meats.
Dun,
Pause.
dun,
guy.
dun. Is that the one?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes.
that's a Big
Big
Rains
big
with Big
pause.
Rains.
Yeah, I don't know.
So y'all cool with Chick-fil-A and McDonald's on the as the
No.
first 2?
I'm gonna say McDonald's being on there because it is popular, because it's like, you know what I'm saying, because of the numbers.
Every kid eat Happy Meal.
I
That's
used
what
to-
I'm saying.
You gotta have that.
I gotta fake the Happy Meal for my kid. I gotta like buy the Happy Meal
They asked
box.
for McDonald's the other day.
So what was number
But
3?
I gotta buy the box and stuff and make it at home and put it in there and like trick them.
I
see
ate
that
McDonald's.
on TikTok.
Look, when I was homeless, I don't mean to get all sad and sentimental. I had McDonald's every day, twice a day.
You
I had
did because it was cheap to
Yeah.
cheaper,
Cheap. I had
cheaper to feed her.
2 McChickens twice a day,
Yeah.
right?
At least it was a McChicken, even though we don't know
I
if
was trying
that's
to be healthy. I
McReal.
was trying to be healthy.
We don't know if it's McReal.
The reason why McDonald's I don't do anymore is because I don't feel the food is real, and I'm just scared for like my health and safety. But
Well, it says on
was.
there there's cancer.
Yes.
So it says it on the window. People
I would
just
get the
drive
2
right by it.
cheeseburger meal or the Big Macs or the quarter pound. I used to love McDonald's.
I
now,
did
okay?
too.
And
I
high
got the double cheeseburger and I
Yes.
dip it in the sweet and sour sauce.
Yes.
Hello,
In high school, I
sweet
used to eat
tea.
that every day. We used to get them hot and spices.
Come
Man,
on now.
them hot and spices used to hit.
Big and tasty. Do you remember the big and tasty?
I remember all that. Shout out
Okay.
to my brother Ike, man. We lived out McDoubles in the summers when we come back from college.
Come on
Anyway,
now.
Don't let somebody you know work there.
Come
You
on
get the
now.
smallest thing, bag full of fries and everything
facts.
else.
Or the fries here.
Not
Okay, that's
just
enough
the-
about McDonald's.
Yeah, we giving them a lot. Taco Bell is a craving. I don't know anybody that just Taco Bell is just the go-to. It'd be like a once in a while, once every 6 months.
The
You might
freezes.
crave.
The freezes from Taco Bell undefeated.
If the machine work.
That's
but
true. That's
The
true.
cinnamon
That's true.
twist.
don't-
What's
the cinnamon twist.
Yeah.
That used to be my rap name.
So when I used to
Some
be
people
a-
used to call me that.
When I used to be a bar manager, I used to have Taco Bell like every day. So that was another place I ate at all the time.
It's
I
a
paid
craving.
for
They
it.
brought them
The Mexican pizza.
Mexican pizza bag. They brought the Mexican pizza
went to
bag.
the-
Crab Supreme was the thing.
Come on now.
I went to the bathroom immediately after,
He
but
said
that was
immediately.
probably because of the cheese.
A lot of people, it sends them straight to the bathroom.
Yes.
You hear that a lot, but
It's
okay.
good.
Enough about fast food.
Dunkin' Donuts being on there as a donut shop is crazy.
The coffee. It's because of the coffee.
The coffee.
That's what
it is.
I'll
the
give
coffee.
them that. And
Okay.
Arby's is just trash.
I think
Never
Popeye
mind.
should be in front of Arby's, but hey, that's just me.
Okay.
I think that's debatable.
Hip Hop Awards.
All
Oh.
right, so we had the Hip Hop Awards last week, the BT Hip Hop
Yes.
Awards. I'm gonna give y'all some of the basics. I don't want to get too deep into it, but you know we got
Just gotta cover some of the winners.
Gotta cover Hip Hop Awards.
Got to.
Kendrick Lamar won tonight, 6 dubs, including Artist of the Year and Album of the Year. So
Dope.
big shout out to Kendrick for doing that,
And
holding it
did.
down.
I like that album a lot.
Producer of the Year was Hitmaker. So
Aw.
shout out to Hitmaker for putting out them hits all year
Wow,
long.
that's huge for him.
Yes.
Now, one award I thought was cool, Hustler of the Year. So who y'all thought win Hustler of the Year?
Off top, I would say Jeezy or 50 Cent.
50.
Yeah, 50 Cent won Hustler of the Year. So y'all are on.
That's dope.
So 50 getting everything.
And
so,
is. Shout out to 50.
Now this one,
Hire me.
This one I liked. Best breakthrough hip hop artist was Glorilla.
I would say so.
I like her a lot.
So she got them hits. Tomorrow too. Blessed.
Yes.
FNF.
FNF.
FNF remix. So she got some hits out right now.
She
so
definitely break through.
we skipped over Cardi. Cardi did a remix to Munch.
To Munch.
Is it called Munch?
Yes.
yeah, but that's with
no.
Ice Spice.
Ice Spice though. That's Ice Spice.
Okay,
but yeah,
okay,
she did.
Okay.
We did have to mention that she did the remix and she posted
Unofficial remix.
Yeah, she said she wasn't releasing it.
Oh.
But the tease that she gave was, you know.
I need
been
to
on
hear
fire.
that. Look, I need to hear that.
Yes,
been
it's
on
one of
fire.
those. I don't know if they're gonna work something out and it's gonna come out, but she got off on that little piece that we heard. She got off.
So, and then the last one, I want to hear y'all opinion on this one.
Okay.
Song of the year.
Yes.
I'm gonna give y'all the nominees,
Uh-oh.
and then y'all tell me who y'all think won Song of the Year.
Okay.
Now these are all hits. Fire.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. F&F,
Okay.
First Class,
Wait.
Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow. Yes.
Okay.
Hot Shit, Cardi B.
Wait. How'd that go?
Cardi B, Dark, Yeezy. Hot Shit. I don't know if y'all heard that one.
I don't think I heard
okay.
Yeah. So if you sing, you know it. I just can't.
Okay.
Kodak Black, Super Gremlin.
Okay.
Wait for You.
Oh, wow.
Way Too Sexy.
Way
Okay.
Too Sexy.
Drake and Future.
Drake and Future.
Okay.
Okay.
And Big Energy by Lotto.
Ooh.
I got my pick.
Okay, so who you got, Tony?
Wait, what was the fourth one after Hot?
Super Gremlin.
If I had
Oh.
If I had to pick, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to read that out loud.
Sorry. Thanks, Taryn.
Love you, Taryn.
As far as record of the year, man, that Tim's record was so big with
It
Future and
was.
Drake. It was
It
very
was.
big. So I wouldn't be surprised if that won.
Yeah.
I would pick
Hey,
Super
Cash
Gremlin.
App.
Super
She
Gremlin. I
would
was
pick
giving
Super
me
Gremlin.
super
Okay.
love.
Even
I
though
love it.
FNF was a big record, but Super Gremlin I really liked.
We was supposed
I'm-
to be
That was a big record.
I'm trying to just think of like the numbers in the radio.
The impact.
The impact. I'm thinking of radio.
And
Those
FNF
were
just
big.
came out.
FNF is kind of new to be on there.
Yes.
But it's making that impact.
It was
and
a song of the
has-
summer.
Yes, it was. I think I would give it to Lotto.
Either
Big
Lotto-
Energy?
Yeah.
The Mariah Carey remake?
Yeah, it hit. It hit, and it stayed.
Over Super Gremlin?
It stayed. It was like on the charts.
Like 8 weeks?
8 weeks. or
8
so-
weeks?
Yeah, it was up there for that. So that's why I would assume that would get it because it stayed charted for a long time.
I like that song. Over Wait For You and Super Gremlin. and
Wait
FNF.
for you. See, Wait for You is another one. Hey, hey.
Lisa
she just-
Marie.
Yes.
What's going on?
It's another fire artist.
Okay, so your pick is
I'm
is
just
Big
going
Energy.
based off the numbers and
Yeah.
stuff. Tim's did do that. That
that
whole
was a
like
big
she
record.
had a
My favorite was Super Gremlin. FNF was big, but my favorite was Super Gremlin. What you
FNF
got?
was just newer.
So me personally, it was tough. It was out of that Wait For You and that Super Gremlin. Because that Wait For You listen to it on literally everything.
And it was
Tim's
TikTok
like blew up after.
and TikTok,
Yes.
like everybody was doing
Correct.
TikToks to it.
Right.
Yeah, TikTok really like catapults a song.
Yeah, so I my choice was Wait For You. That's what I thought. So the winner was your choice, Vu. It was Lotto, Big Energy.
Really?
Yeah, so that
I
one
can tell
song
you
of
got
the year.
big energy.
So
Okay.
It was
that-
a sample. It was Mariah in the video. Like
Super Gremlin was a big record,
yeah.
man.
So it actually caused
it
a lot
was.
of controversy.
It was.
It actually caused a lot of controversy between.
Is that what Kodak was
Kodak.
talking about?
Kodak.
And so
okay.
Kodak started
Kodak.
getting upset behind it because he felt like he should have won.
Hola.
Naturally, how are you?
So overall, that's everything that went down at Hip Hop Boys. I didn't want to get too deep into it.
Is that the rant he went on because he didn't win?
correct?
And he was saying the women won because it was like female-based show and
Correct.
like
It's like-
focusing on women.
Oh, like the director and producer of the
Yeah.
awards was
Stuff
women
like
and all
that.
that. Yeah.
So Kodak was pretty pissed about it.
Oh,
Yeah, I think Kodak should have won. Actually,
So
no disrespect to any other artists.
not
but I like them
during
all.
breast cancer and domestic violence month.
I don't think that has nothing to do
Oh,
with the
I'm just-
award.
I'm
Oh,
just-
I
I'm
was
just-
hoping that has nothing to do with the award.
I'm just saying, not saying women can't win and it's our month. Hey,
Charismatic, Miles
Jones.
yeah, boy, Miles, shout out to Miles, man.
For sure.
So we had a conversation last week and randomly, and I guess I don't think y'all agree with this, but
Uh-oh.
I was saying that Tory Lanez, being an independent artist and what he's doing and has done, to me, raps and sings at a very high level. I know I said it before the show, got a lot of flack, but I feel like he does both at a really high level, and y'all didn't agree with that.
So before we get too deep into it, first off, I want to say like, comment, subscribe to the show because it's gonna get real after this one. So this is my question to the show, and I want everybody to comment whether we're on the live, whether
Put
you're
a
in the-
poll,
on the
whatever we gotta
post.
do.
We're gonna put a poll up for this, everything. All right. The question is Drake a better singer than Tory Lanez, or is Tory Lanez a better singer than Drake? When it comes down to strictly singing, who is better, Tory Lanez or Drake?
Where's my camera?
Talk
Is
to
this
him.
my? Oh, is it
Yeah.
this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that one right there.
Oh,
There you go.
So I don't.
can
I
I
don't.
give the face like?
I don't think Drake considers himself a singer, even though he sings. And I think we watched a freestyle from Tory Lanez the other day, and he was barring like
Chick
real
Tape
rapper
5.
barring.
Chick Tape
And
5.
Chicks Tapes 5 and all the Chicks Tapes
Crazy.
are great.
Crazy.
I know it's a lot of
Yes,
auto
yes.
tune, and you won't consider him a real vocalist, but I feel
But
like
the songs are hot.
I don't feel like a lot of people can rap like that and sing like that. Now,
At that level.
at that
you saying?
level. And Drake, I think, what song did you play earlier, Ari? Take a Shot for You is one of my favorite records, and Drake is arguably one of the best artists of all time. You know what I'm saying? So Terrence Scally says Tory Lanez, and this is coming from a dope singer. Tory Lanez is a much better singer than Drake. So
Now keep in mind, we're not saying that Tory
Drake can't
Lanez or
sing.
Drake is like an amazing.
No, not at all, yeah.
Is like an amazing singer. Like we're not
Drake-
saying they're Usher.
Drake
we're
is a
saying
melodic
as far as based on
rapper.
those two artists specifically.
Yeah.
When it comes down to their singing skills, which one is better?
Yeah.
I would go with Tory, but even I think Drake's one of the best artists of all time, so it doesn't take away from like
The artistry.
him as an artist.
Yes.
I don't think he tries to sing.
And it's
like-
not about the numbers. It's strictly
Right.
based off of
Yeah.
the skill.
And you had another name earlier.
So you were saying that who was that you were saying?
Well, for him to say that he does them both on a high level, I just said don't Chris Brown him.
Yeah, because
Because I
Chris
just-
Brown can't rap and sing.
I just think he does both.
My boy Miles
amazing.
said that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to say Drake. His voice is more melodic and accepted to me. So we're not talking about accepted or.
But
we're
I
talking
get
about
what he's saying. Because,
singing talent and skill.
But that's a part of it.
Yeah.
Now, when you listen to it,
okay.
you do hear a lot of the auto tune.
Yeah.
You hear that.
It's
Now we've
90%.
heard him live and he's done stuff, to prove it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying when you just listen to his catalog, you do hear that. Versus when you hear Drake, you just hear, even though he may not be belting and hitting notes and
Right.
range and all that, but it's something that's more tolerable than hearing that for some people. So that is going to be a factor.
I
When
think
you're-
they're both great.
They are, but I'm just saying the sound is subjective. Some people don't want to hear that.
you
And
said
if
Chris-
I would,
Oh, you crazy. And you said Chris Brown. You wanted to bring Chris Brown into
Oh
the
yeah,
conversation.
because you said he does both. I'm like, don't Chris Brown him. Chris,
I feel like we need more rapping from Chris Brown.
We
I need
do.
to hear more
Chris Brown
rapping
don't-
to know
Chris-
he doesn't.
if he gonna really
Chris
get out.
Brown
He
doesn't-
out.
Tory has more work to do. Drake's voice is built for the delivery of the game. That's why he's still relevant. Okay. I'm a
I feel
fan.
that.
I'm
I
a
feel
fan of
that.
both. Like you said, Chicks
Yeah.
Tapes. They both got. I'm a fan.
Chris Brown doesn't put out rap tracks, so
But he
that's why I
doesn't,
don't.
but
I
that
don't
doesn't mean
consider
he can't
you know
do
what I mean?
it.
He can. No, Chris Brown can rap.
Boo as well for that.
Well, he doesn't put out.
He doesn't.
rap
The music
tracks.
is not out, but we've heard him do both.
I think-
we hear him do both, and he's good at both.
He's good at both for sure. Starion's in my top 5 of like
Who can
Doing
do
both.
people that can do both at
Yeah.
a very high level as far as
So-
rapping and
so-
singing.
So the question is this: who was somebody that started doing both? Will we
Initially,
will we say Michael Jackson was somebody who started doing both?
Are
Bobby
we just
Brown?
saying period? Tiana Taylor does both.
No, I'm talking about. Let's take it way back.
Oh.
Who was one of the
Don't
first
get me
artists?
started on T.
Who was one of the
Missy?
first artists that
Bobby
started
Brown.
doing singing and rapping?
I took that from you, Bobby Brown.
I think Bobby Brown, because when Bobby
Did
Brown
he?
was making them hits, he was rapping and he was singing.
Actually, Bobby Brown.
Would James Brown be considered singing?
Bobby Brown didn't rap. I mean, James Brown didn't rap. Rapping? Rapping? All right, brother.
James Brown.
I don't know.
James
I don't know if I feel
Brown.
like James Brown rap and sing.
Rick James.
It's like you saying Michael Jackson was a rapper. You crazy.
I still think Michael Jackson. I said it last week. I'm starting a campaign. Hashtag Michael Jackson was a rapper.
Michael
Wow.
Jackson
Because he was
an
getting off.
He was an
Disrespect.
entertainer. I would say he was an entertainer.
He could
can't
sing
put him in
though.
a box.
Mike could sing.
Yes, he could.
He could
had
rap, too.
ballads
Mike
and
could
shit.
sing. You crazy for saying little kids. Lil Mike what? Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah.
baby, give me one more
Yeah.
chance.
Wait, we're not gonna play Mike like
Mike
he
can't
wasn't the
sing.
singing. Like
y'all
Mike could
crazy.
sing. Them vocals, he could sing.
Yeah,
They were trained. Like, come on now, don't
Michael Jackson was a singer, though. We
don't
know
do
that.
don't do MJ.
But I'm saying Michael Jackson was a rapper, too. Because if you listen to them tracks.
Them ad libs. Listen. The Migos got them
sick as
ad libs from Michael Jackson.
No, they got them from James Brown, like Star said. Them ad libs that Migos got.
that meme when that meme when James Brown.
Doom, doom,
Popped
ba-doom,
up.
doom,
It was
doom,
dripping sweat.
doom,
It
doom,
was
doom, doom. Yeah, he was getting off.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Who's
He was
what?
low key
would say-
rapping
I
on.
mean,
Who is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
If I had to pick
It wasn't
someone-
rapping then. You weren't calling it rapping.
That was 90s.
Lauren Hill.
No, we
Bobby
talking-
Brown did in the 80s.
Yeah.
Lauren. That's why I said Tiana Taylor, Missy Elliott, Lauren Hill.
I was trying to think of some of the original.
The originator or the
you know what I'm
OG.
saying?
I would-
People back then.
I would say Bobby Brown without doing research.
Yeah.
To vouch for Keon, I've always said Mike was a rock star. Look at Dirty Diana.
Absolutely.
Dirty Diana.
The biggest artist. And we gotta I'm gonna put y'all on blast. We're supposed to do Mount Rushmore
All genres.
Top 4 albums, all genres. They weren't prepared. Next week.
Yeah, you
Next
got
week.
to.
6 Point in
Shout
here?
out to 6 Point.
Yeah, shout out to
6
Point.
Point, one of the greatest producers of all time.
Producers. I am a fan.
Fire.
Like, did I talk about David Foster? I didn't talk about David Foster.
Nope. Get on.
No,
it.
you didn't.
That was a part of the documentary session. I'll do it next week.
Okay, cool. We can bring it up.
I'll do it next week.
So moving on into that, while we talking about hip hop and impacts and things like that. Who made a major impact in hip hop that wasn't talked about? We saw this on social media going crazy.
Saw this question.
So who was somebody in hip hop that had a major impact, but we really don't talk about him a lot?
Yeah, I got my answer. Vu, you want to go?
Mm.
So for me, someone that made a major impact on me and hip hop all around, and
I
he's
did
in my
see
top
this on
10 of all
social media.
time, was T.I.
Really?
T.I.,
And
you don't think he gets enough?
he doesn't. No, because T.I. is one of the best rappers of all time.
Shout out to you, 6 Points. We love you.
6 Points, you're great, bro. We love you. So T.I. at one point had the game.
Yes.
That's true.
King, baby.
And he has a bunch of classic albums, starting with, some people say I'm serious, but I'll start with Trap Music, which had
Facts.
hits on
Fire.
hits, 24s and Rubber
I'm a
Band
fan of
Man.
T-
Some
Yes.
would say that's where the term trap music came from.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
He
Yeah,
take, yeah.
For sure. That was a major album. Then he followed that with Urban Legends with You Don't
Ur-
Know Me and
That was
You
my
don't know-
shit.
Urban
man.
Legend
Stand
was
Up,
Urban
Urban
Legend
Legend
was
was my
it.
shit.
Motivation, ASAP when he
ASAP.
Flip, No
ASAP,
Disrespect.
ASAP.
Flip, No Disrespect, but he didn't win that one. Lil Flip, and I'm from Texas, and it was tough to see that.
Damn,
that hurt
that's
me to see.
big.
That hurt me
We're
to
from
see.
Texas, and we
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
see. I went crazy.
Yeah.
Then he followed that with King. The King back, like my
Mhm.
seat down low,
Low,
down low. You know what I'm
down,
saying?
yeah.
That was a great album.
No, T.I.'s run was crazy.
That's what I'm
He had a
saying.
wild run, man.
Then T.I. vs. Tip.
Yeah, when he went back and forth.
Yes, great album. Then you saw the culmination with Paper. What is it? Paper Trail with Swagger Like Us and Live Your Life and all these.
It was
big
a more
records.
commercial vibe. It was a more commercial
Yeah,
vibe, away from the trap.
But he still had I'm Illy on there and getting crazy and so for me, and then there was No Mercy. With Timberlake, he had a crazy run. And he had a major influence on me in hip hop and rap, and I don't think he gets the credit as
I
far
guess
as
because
being.
I give it to him. I'm not thinking about
Oh, okay.
generally. Maybe so.
When
Maybe
you,
that's.
when you
I
talk
guess.
best rappers of all time, no one brings T.I. up, and T.I.'s top 10 to me.
True, that's tough.
You know what I'm saying? So for my answer is T.I. Shout out to T.I. We love you.
I agree.
Man,
I
I'm
was.
looking
I
at.
would. He probably wouldn't be my top pick, my main pick, but
Yeah.
that's the one I would second.
So I would say Master P, man. I feel like Master P's not talked about
Fucking
enough.
GOAT. He's a legend. He's a
Because what Master P
businessman.
did with the deal he had and how he was getting bread, nobody talk about that. What Master Jones said.
The best T.I. album to me was Heavy Is the Head, and he's still relevant. He's one of my favorites. What is
Talking
Heavy?
about T.I.
So charismatic. I like Heavy As the Head. It didn't get a lot of commercial recognition, but yeah, there's some joints on Heavy As the Head.
Yeah.
Shout out to T.I.
Master P for sure though.
Yeah, so Master P, man, because Master P, like I know growing up, like Master P was everything to me just because he was the first dude I saw do all of the hood dreams. Basketball player, rapper,
He did everything.
had his
He
own
did.
clothing line,
Business.
cell phone company.
Yeah.
He did movies. He had his own snacks. Like everything you wanted to do as a kid, Master P did. Hell, when he played in the NBA, like that was huge.
Yeah.
Like who was doing that?
See, you guys are picking people that I personally give that credit to. So I guess
Yes.
I'm not. I wouldn't have thought of them because I'm thinking I give them that credit, but maybe the masses doesn't.
Yeah, people.
But I think people give him this roses. They know that he is like
A
the
lot of people-
ultimate businessman.
But a lot of
People
people
don't-
don't recognize that now.
Yeah.
They just see him as who he is today. You know, people forget what you've done in the past.
Shout out to Stoff Malone, one of the greatest artists of all time, man.
yes, Stoff Malone is in the building.
He missed a great topic. He would love to be. I know he would have been a part of that.
If we could double back, if we got time, I want to
Hey,
double back and
Stoff
hear
in
what
the
he got
building.
to say.
Master P. They show that one free throw, but he was actually balling.
Oh, he was getting off,
He was
bro.
getting off in
He
the
was
league.
getting off.
He did more than just that free throw. He was getting off and he was scoring. So he lived out all the dreams
Movies.
that we all would like to live
Yeah,
out.
I got the
Movies, too.
hookup and
Come
all
on,
that.
movies. He tapped into all those.
He built a whole No Limit franchise
Yeah,
that
yeah.
became something so major. So
Yeah.
like, I feel like a lot of people don't give him his credit because at one point he was worth $350 million. Back then,
Yeah.
people wasn't having money like that.
And he had a good deal.
That's what I'm saying. He had that crazy
Yeah.
deal.
He had like
that
80-20.
was like
He was
rare.
getting 80.
Yeah, it was rare as fuck.
So
Shout out to
T.I.
Master
Master
P.
P. Shout out to y'all.
Yes,
A legendary.
definitely.
What's up, comedian Ken
Oh,
Marshall?
Ken. Shout out to Ken.
So let's have a serious conversation.
Where we taking it?
One of the best rappers of all time decided to wear a White Lives Matter shirt.
Oh, so we talking about your boy Ye.
And how do y'all feel about that?
I don't know, man. I feel like with Ye, you never know where his mind's at, where his head's at, in regards to how he's feeling and what he's going through.
Right.
So Ye's the type of person, man. He could put something out there, and you take it how you take it, based on your personal beliefs and what you think and what you know.
Yeah.
Hell, Ye can be on a whole different spectrum of why he did something, what fight he's fighting. Because, he said he was going to war, right? He's been saying this whole campaign of, I'm going to war. So
You see how he was talking to Adidas in that meeting?
hey, I don't know what Ye got going on as far as what's happening in the background, but all I can just see is from the outside looking in, it's like, wow, that's crazy. I wouldn't wear anything like that. But at the same time, who knows what's going on with Ye, man?
Question: is he a Gemini?
I'm not sure. If someone could look that up, that'd be great. He is.
You said he is. Mm.
You don't mess with Gemini.
I just asked a question.
Okay.
I don't know much about signs.
How you feel about it, Vu?
I asked my question. I got the answer.
He's a Gemini? No comment.
Shit.
Is there like a stigma or something about Geminis or something? Stereotype or something like that?
She probably feels like me and Leos. I'll never date a Leo again. No disrespect.
See,
to
I don't know what
Leos
any of these
out there.
signs are, man.
I'll
I gotta
never date
learn
a
this
Leo.
shit, man. People be talking about these signs and stuff. I don't be knowing none of this stuff. I'm like, y'all work for NASA?
So, Vu, that was your answer? All right. I think Kanye's misunderstood a lot. And,
that's what they say about Geminis.
And
It's a softer way to say.
I see, I think he means well.
All shade to the Geminis out there. That's all.
She said all shade.
I think he means well, but sometimes it comes off as brash, and sometimes you don't really know what he's thinking, and sometimes it comes off as disrespect. One example was when he wore, y'all ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say right now, but one time when he wore the MAGA hat.
The MAGA hat. I knew you was
Yeah.
going there.
A lot of
I knew you was
backlash.
going
Yeah.
there.
But what he was trying to say is y'all can't tell me not to wear this hat. Y'all can't control me. Y'all can't bully me. Y'all can't.
Okay, so you can make that same message without supporting that side. I get the message, but there's another way to represent it.
Now the hat has a negative connotation for sure.
Yeah,
Because
The shirt
most-
also does too, as far as some people may feel like this is attacking their group or whatever, right? So no matter what he does, somebody's gonna feel a certain type of
Offended
way
no matter what.
because he's a mega artist. He's not just geared
Yes.
to one community.
Yes.
Think about it, we're talking about Kanye, somebody who sold hundreds of millions of records,
Yes.
known all across the world, who's arguably one of the top 3 artists in the world right now.
I think he tries to go above
Correct.
everything, and then it still comes off as racist or rude or mean.
And he's still battling that other, those K's.
The MAGA hat has a negative connotation. We all know that.
Still battling those K's.
And most people that represent that are typically racist or display racism. Would you say?
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah.
That comes from that hat. Yes.
Yeah, sometimes,
MAGA,
Sometimes, yeah.
Make America Great Again.
Yeah.
But I think he was trying to say you can't bully me not to wear the hat. It probably wasn't the best decision, but
Yeah.
so with the White Lives Matter shirt, a lot of
buying
people
it?
took offense to that, especially during the Black Lives Matter movement.
Right.
But on the flip side, allegedly Black Lives Matter was a scam,
fraud.
and all that money was not used to help the
But
cause.
that doesn't take away what the message means.
Not at all.
Who was
Not
behind?
at all,
Who was
no.
behind the funding of it may have been a scam and all this fraud going on, but that does not discredit the movement, the actual message behind the Black Lives Matter.
Not at all.
Because
movement.
I think when you look at that movement, the Black Lives Matter movement, it's split in two, right? You got that phrase as like a motivational movement to move our people forward, and then you have that Black Lives Matter as an organization,
Yes,
and what the
yes.
organization was doing, right?
Yes.
So when people are looking at this Kanye shirt with White Lives Matter,
Right.
they're just looking at it as the message and what that message means and what that message is moving. They're not looking at it as, okay, Kanye is using this to generate that.
Yes.
As far as the
Right.
bread, right? So it's like some would say that shirt, him doing that shirt is a scam just because it's a play on money, right?
Yes.
Or it's a play on clout or whatever it may be. We don't know because again with Ye, you never know. You never know.
You
with
never
Ye.
know who you gonna get.
It's very smart,
That's
though.
them Gemini.
Very smart. I think it's marketing for the documentary that is her name, Candace Owens.
Yes.
Is that correct, everyone?
Yeah, Candace Owens.
Candace
That's
Owens.
her name,
So
yes.
they have a documentary exposing the BLM movement.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
So I think it was to bring
It's, see,
awareness
I didn't
to
know.
that.
I knew Candace, but I didn't know
It's a
that
documentary.
they were doing it. So yes, that is promo
Yes.
for that.
'Cause
That
she had the shirt on too, right?
that
Yes.
makes it make
Wow.
sense.
Wow.
Yes.
So it's getting wild.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Shut the fuck
Oh yeah, he got
up.
one.
Shout out to Stop Malone with the MAGA hat on, everybody.
Yeah, stop.
Get the
always
fuck
had one.
We'll
outta
talk
here
later.
with the hat on.
We'll talk later. But
I guess
but
they've got to say that for off.
But he's a
air.
free thinker, and he's like, you can't bully me to not wearing this hat. And he might
you
have his own
speaking for
opinions
him?
today.
But
I don't know.
at,
We'll talk
but
about
at the same time though, right?
He took it off. He was just he was ruffling feathers. They're ruffled. He took it off and stomped it.
At the same time.
Okay,
right?
no, he didn't stomp it. I'm just kidding.
Yes, Keon.
At the same time, we want to promote open opinion, right?
Yes.
Because
I think
it's,
he has a greater message. I'm sorry. I think he has a greater message, and the shirt was just to get people's attention.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Of course.
everything
That's
is to
Ye.
get people's
Yes.
attention.
yeah,
Yes,
of course, that's Ye. Ye goes with shock factor every time.
absolutely.
So you'd be like, oh shit, what is this? What the hell just happened? And then boom, it's like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? But again, everything is about free opinion, right?
Yes.
A way to think because you believe something is based on how you came up, how you was raised,
Yes.
things like that, right? Some people have an opposite opinion of you because they grew up an entirely different way.
Yes.
I remember growing up, I met different races of people that never saw black people before ever.
Yes.
So they would ask us like, "What do y'all do?"
I'm
Where do
fucking
y'all
weak.
live?
I'm weak.
Like because they've never seen one. The only ones they ever seen were like their caretakers
Yeah.
as a kid. So just imagine if that was you in a different country. So like how you view things would be totally different.
Shout out to John.
So that's why
Bourne.
I've always been open minded on a lot of different stuff. Just because hell, man, some people out
People
here who
from
ain't never
everywhere.
seen. They ain't never
People
seen
from
some
everywhere.
stuff.
Shout out to John Bourne.
All
Thank you for tuning in.
John Bourne, what up,
Yeah.
bro? Legendary. All lives matter, and I'm not saying that out of disrespect. White lives matter, but the reason why we said Black lives matter because we felt like people didn't think they did.
At that time,
And,
At the
and,
time-
and white people have always made a point to make it obvious that their lives matter. So
we were-
this was our
So-
damn.
So that message at the time, that Black Lives Matter
You should have put a
message,
2
was
at the
a
end.
movement.
Yes.
A TOO should have went at
Was
the
a
end.
movement used to create that attention and bring a highlight on the people who are being impacted the most at that time.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, we get it, man. But that was a tough time, man. So for him to wear that shirt, picked a lot of scabs off,
Absolutely.
man, and
Absolutely.
ruffled some feathers.
John Bourne, we got to get you on the show, brother. Hit me up. Super dope artist. I think it was marketing for the documentary.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just wanted to bring awareness because the killings and the racism and the stereotypes and the police
All of
brutality,
that.
all of that was being just looked over, and it was like, hey, our lives matter. Not disrespect to anyone else's lives. Everyone's lives does matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, he ruffled some feathers with that shirt.
Lots
But I
of
think it was a
feathers.
different message he was trying to say.
He released like a 30-minute like mini doc today.
I'm gonna watch
I
it.
saw that, so I'm gonna check it out. It had some songs in there. They showed that Adidas meeting that you were
Yes.
talking about. So
Yes.
pretty solid. I haven't seen it yet, but I definitely need to check it out.
BLM documentary. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Definitely can't.
So Vu,
So, yes. Speaking of shit falling apart,
Oh no.
I know where you're going with this. That's why it's even funnier.
it's not funny. It's not funny. Speaking of shit falling apart, look at Stahl's face. Where the fuck are you
I
going
don't know where
with
she's
this?
going with this either.
Okay, so onto my relationship segment.
Oh, okay.
Woo! Speaking of shit falling apart, and that's my segue. That's
Okay,
that's
that's-
wild.
I thought you were saying like I'm out. Speaking of shit falling apart, I'm
That's
out.
wild to go into the relationship segment talking about speaking of shit falling apart.
What's been falling apart?
A lot of marriages.
I've been seeing that. I saw like 3
Come
this
on
week.
now. So I'm like, it's in the air. It's something in the water. It's something in the fast food. It's something in the prenatals.
The
You know,
prenatals.
it's something going on. It's something in the birth control. It's
It's the
something.
Chick-fil-A. It's the Chick-fil-A.
It's
There was
something.
10 public divorces last week.
Damn.
No, let me read off a few.
Okay.
Okay. Anthony Anderson and his wife,
Okay.
after 22 years of marriage.
Oh, I didn't hear that one. Wow.
Miguel and his wife,
Oh man.
after nearly 3 years of marriage.
Okay.
You have Tom Brady.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, you're
yeah.
hearing about Tom Brady.
Maybe wild for that, but go ahead.
That's
He's wild for that post.
listen. Tia Mowry
Okay.
and Corey Hardwick.
They've been
Oh,
together
yeah.
a long
Four-
time.
14 years.
Yes.
Gary Owens and his wife. That was kind of happened already, but that's
Yes.
another one.
Yes.
Love is Blind star Ayanna McNeely files for divorce from her husband.
I saw the reunion. I saw the after the altar, so I knew that.
Dang.
Come on now.
That's a
Yeah,
good- great
after all
show.
these years?
Wait a minute. Bill Gates and Melinda.
Bill and Melinda, they breaking up?
27 years.
I thought they already
Tell
broke
Melinda
up.
to call me.
Well, that's another old one, but it's in the list. Tracy Morgan and his wife,
I remember seeing that one.
5 years.
Wow.
DJ Mustard.
Oh, for real?
Mm,
Another
yep,
one.
Yep.
Mm.
This is crazy.
Some of these are about over a year or so,
Yeah.
about 3 of them, but all the rest are like,
New.
come on now.
You know what
Yeah.
this made me think of? I ain't be a divorce lawyer because they getting that money right now.
That's terrible.
They getting that money
It's
right
a lot
now.
going on.
It's unfortunate.
It's
But after all these years, it was so random. Like
okay, that
14 years, 20
this
years.
This is my thing with divorce. After so long,
Yeah.
I feel like after 15 years,
Yeah.
you've gone through every problem.
Yes.
Hey,
I feel like
That's
every
true.
problem that a couple or relationship can go through, I feel like after 10 plus years or 15, you've actually stood in front of every problem and clearly made it through. So after 20 plus years, 27 years, 14 years, what? I'm fucking weak.
What did came up to make you say
That's
I'm
what
out?
I'm saying. What now is the deal breaker? What was the straw? Like after that long, you've probably went through cheating. I don't know, kids, lying,
Deaths in the
death.
family.
You've
all
gone
that.
through things, being there, if not feeling supported, feeling
Yeah.
alone, communication, the sex life. You've gone through every problem and have made it past,
Right.
obviously, to make it to 20 plus years. So what now? Some people wait for their kids.
Yeah.
Some people were already out of it
Right.
and wait for their kids to be grown and moved out, and then some people strictly keep it about the kids and stay together and keep a united front until after the kids are out the home.
John Bourne said they just fed up. They need to go. They want to go live their life.
Some of that too. I know some people who may have been together since they were like 17 and never dated, and now they're 40s maybe, and they want to date. They just want to be. They've always been in a relationship their whole life, and so that's the scary thing with marriage too. You sign up for forever, but you don't know if this motherfucker's gonna just want to be single. It may not even be you. I just might want to be single. I've never lived alone. I want to live by myself. You never know. So my question for this segment is like, they did it back then.
Yeah.
Grandparents, you know,
Yeah.
you had those marriages, 50 years, 57 years. What do you think, is
What's
not
happening now?
Yeah, what is it about today that marriages aren't lasting?
So I think this is what I think. Back in the day, people was getting married out of survival.
Mm.
We just got free. We just got
Wait,
through.
what?
Think about it. So we had the Jim Crow,
not-
right?
it's not
We had
funny. It's not
segregation.
funny.
We had
Okay.
all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So Jim Crow,
Glad he turned
segregation,
his head
all that.
around.
So coming out of all that,
Yes.
a lot of our people didn't have a lot.
Right.
So because we didn't have a lot of people got together to survive. You needed a partner to get through some of these times, right?
Okay.
So you got people who got married. They had 4, 5, 6, 7. Like my family, my mom's was one of 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the family stayed together, right? So in other people's families, the husband and wife might have didn't like each other, but they stayed together just because
They had to.
for survival. Because
Will and Jada getting divorced yet? Bye. Bye.
So basically, it's like that's what you had to do back then. Nowadays, times we're further along. People are getting money now, we're educated now, stuff like that.
You know a big part too. I think that may have played a part. Back then, there were roles and lanes.
Yep.
Woman, she took care of home. Father provided. That was the thing.
Because there wasn't a lot of opportunities back then.
Now
So you had
she's
to.
doing, the woman is providing as well. So it's not everybody. There's not two separate lanes, and you just focus on your lane. The lanes are crossing, people merging and
Correct.
switching lanes.
Women are bosses. More
It's
bosses.
that too.
People not putting up with the same stuff they were putting up in the past.
Well, they have to. They're not staying
because
because
they don't have to. Because now they got money.
Because
they're
you had to
educated,
stay
I
home
can do
because
whatever
you
I
couldn't
want.
work. Women didn't have the education.
Right.
They couldn't make the money on their own.
Right.
Now you can, and it's not that you don't need the man, because a man is needed in the home,
Yes,
just
we
like
are.
a woman is needed
They're
in the
both needed.
home.
Right.
They're both equally needed.
Correct.
Yes.
So there is no I'm making money. I don't need. Yes, those kids need him,
We need
Right.
each other.
and the women
It's a partnership.
kids need her.
Yes.
It's both
Yes.
necessary, but if there's bullshit and all kind of toxicity
Extra stuff
in
going
it,
on.
then yes, you would rather not have it than to have it with all that bullshit.
So also, I think after you've got through 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, say this.
God is too far from the heart of relationships. That too.
True,
God is not that 3 strands. You,
Yeah.
him, and
That
God.
braid of love.
Yes, that God is not in. It's a 2-strand
It's a
twist.
twist. And you know that's coming
You
under.
know that's the hair and then the 2-strand
So-
twist. It ain't a braid. It's a 2-strand twist,
So-
and it unravels.
So with that, my last thought is this. If you get 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, buy them a house down the street and y'all just be neighbors. Buy them a house next door. Y'all get an apartment next. This your unit, this my unit. Y'all can still be married. But at that point, shoot, what's the point of, at 22 years, what's the point of breaking up?
I'm gonna
That's
tell
what
you.
I'm
If you
saying.
need more space, just get you a house down the block. I come
Separate
visit you.
rooms. It was
Separate but equal.
It was a couple who had houses, but the houses were connected from a bridge.
There you go.
And you can literally walk to the other house from a bridge.
Babe, I see you on Friday.
Vu, I'm gonna let you go last since this is your segment. I
For
think
what?
the divorce rate is high now because I feel like a lot of people settle with marriage and partners and out of convenience, or it's convenient to move in together and get married, or we got kids, or this is the best I've had thus far. Let me get with this person, and they don't
No, you can have better.
Yeah.
right. They settle for good and not God, and they don't
That's
like
deep.
to.
One more time, Tony. What'd you say? I missed that part.
I gotta write that down.
They settle for good, a good thing, and not a God thing.
Ooh.
And I think a lot of people give up, and
Air now. It's ready to air now. I gotta move that around a little bit.
I think a lot of people give up and don't
I gotta get that.
give
Sorry.
themselves a chance to get everything they dreamed of as a kid. I feel like people don't feel like they can have that thing they dreamt of, like and there's no one perfect, but there's someone perfect for you, and I don't think we put in the work to get there. And a lot of people don't like being alone and putting in that work by yourself.
Did you see this comment here?
No.
I actually know a couple who stayed married and the wife is a lesbian and he just let her do her.
I know a couple like
because
that
he
too,
loves
actually.
her.
Yeah, and they just.
You stay down the street.
Yeah.
I stay over here. I see you on Friday. Or if you need something, come by the house. I got some food. You know what I'm saying? Make it work.
I like I said, I've known a couple that stayed together until the kid went to college and moved out, and
Yeah.
now
And then they break
but
up.
they're best friends still.
Yeah.
They still talk every day.
Yeah.
He's moved out. You know what I'm saying?
People don't want to put in the work, and it's very hard to
Yeah.
be by yourself and to prepare yourself for your wife or your husband,
Yeah.
and to really wait for the person that God has ordained for you,
Right.
and
people-
has for you.
And there's selfishness in it.
What you mean?
People go into marriage with the idea and hope of what they want from it.
And
Yeah.
not what both people want.
Yes.
So I think
you
if-
need to go in for her. I mean, you need to go in for satisfying her, and he needs to go in satisfying him. Everybody's going in for self.
So John Bourne just said something I say all the time.
6
when
billion plus people on the planet. I never understood how you can find the one.
So-
Well, see, some people have that idea too. Some people feel like they're the one, and then some people can marry knowing that they're not the only, and can
Correct.
kind of not an open where everybody just out fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
But there's some kind of openness of like. It's like so many people in the world. Don't be restricted to just me.
So
Be
that's
able
how-
to enjoy others without compromising our union. That's possible for some who can handle it.
Right.
A lot of
But people are selfish. People are like, oh, I'm divorcing because I'm not getting this and I'm not getting this. Well, is she or he getting it? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all both not getting something, or are you just worried about what you not getting?
A lot of people feel like the grass is greener. You know,
It's always
it's
greener
always
somewhere
on
else.
to the next
Yep.
person. That person's prettier. That has more money.
Ass is fatter.
I pray I get my life partner, right? I pray I can
Yeah.
put in the work enough to get my life partner because
Right.
I want that over anything else.
Yeah.
People also think another person will solve their emptiness and problems.
Right.
Yes, you
Happiness
have to be
begins
whole.
inside.
You
Happiness
got to be
begins
whole
inside.
first, and then they come.
Yeah.
It's not 50-50.
Yeah.
You got to come with 100. They got to come with 100.
And so my last
You
thought
can't
on
be
this,
half
my last thought on this.
looking for your whole.
My last thought is this. Before we go to sports.
But what do I know?
Like my man said, John Bourne said, is 6 billion people on this planet, right? Shit. With 6 billion people on this planet, don't sit in something that you're not happy with, that's hurting you, that's negative, that's impacting your health, your family, anything like that. So if it's a toxic relationship, bad relationship, abuse, whatever it may be, don't sit in that when it's 6 billion people out here. There's someone else you can go find. You
Now,
know?
if it has all of those cons, yes. But if it's just you being selfish,
Correct.
and
Yeah.
you got kids, fuck you. Focus on them kids
Right.
and stay. If it's not toxic and if it's not bad for them kids, stay in it for them kids because it ain't
Work
about
together
you.
to make it work.
I
Y'all
disagree.
decided to have kids.
I disagree.
If it's not toxic,
I disagree.
I don't. The
Because-
kids should not, because if you worried about what you're
I
not
disagree.
getting, let me get my thought out. If you're worried about what you're not getting, so you'd rather go seek what you're not getting and sacrifice your kids not getting. You get what I'm saying? It's
Oh,
not
yeah, I see what
about
you're
you.
saying.
You get what I'm
That's
saying? Now
yeah.
they're in a broken home, and whatever cons come from that,
Because you're looking to feel
you're
that
not.
emptiness.
That's what I'm saying.
See
If
what
you
you're saying.
decided to go on and have kids with that person, and it's not toxic and it's not unhealthy for the kids,
At least work to try to make it work.
for them kids, and let them be grown. Sacrifice your 18 years of that until your kids get it. If you can still, if it's not, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to get it blurred. If it's not bad enough that it's keeping you from being that good parent to the kids, if y'all, like you said, if y'all could Yeah, I know a couple. If it wasn't for these kids, I wouldn't be with her. If it wasn't for the kids, I wouldn't be with him. And they cool and know, like, man, when these kids grown, I'm out of here. But they cool and they get along and they're friends. But they know if it wasn't for their kids, they would be out. That's what I mean. As far as if y'all can tolerate and it's still healthy around the kids, stay in that shit for the kids so they can be getting that double parent household and make it work until and then 18th birthday can be a / divorce party.
So with that being said, Tony Jones, what's your take on this?
So I disagree.
Speak on it.
Hold on, you got to turn into a talk show.
So
we got Tony Jones.
If you didn't put the work in right for your partner and you jumped into something or whatever the case may be, and you're not happy, this is really sounds sad, and you should not stay for the kids. Stay and be unhappy.
Yes.
You get one life. Life is short. If you're not happy and you're in a relationship and it's not going well and you feel you need to move on, I don't think you should stay for the kids. If y'all can co-parent and make sure the kids are good, you shouldn't sacrifice your happiness because you want to stay for the kids, right? Like, our goal is ultimate happiness,
right?
You know, and if your soul's gonna rot and you're not happy and you're making a sacrifice, I know it is sacrifice.
Right. I've just see it happen. I see it in real time. A couple, but that's what I'm saying. This is like you said too. They're in the marriage is the teamwork they're doing for the kids. The co-parent, they're just doing it in the marriage.
It's a group project.
They're doing their own thing because they already know they're out of it. But for the united front and for the kids and what the kids know and what the kids are seeing, they're showing up. They're showing up together. They're doing everything together. Holidays, they're together. They're not having
a
split.
fake marriage.
It's not fake because
you're not together anymore.
But you're a team. You're still a team because you guys
share. You can be a team, but you don't have to be in a marriage to be a team if it's not working anymore.
But some people, it is working for them if they're able to make it work and still stay in it for the kids.
So stay married and be with other people and fake the marriage to the kids and to the public.
I've seen
it happen both ways. I've seen it with and without.
People make it work. So you're saying it's not working, but there are situations that it's working like that.
So look, John Barnes says. Oh, dang, it just went away. Let's see if we can get that back up. Scroll up a little bit for us, Ariel. So John Borden said, if it ain't perfect, it ain't worth it. Double parent households are a necessity.
You just have to
be a logical, respectful adult. That's true. And
it's never going to be perfect.
Nothing's perfect.
It's never going to be that.
As long as the father's around 24/7.
But he can't be not in the household.
Also, staying in that environment can send the wrong message to the kids.
It can never be. He can never be around 24/7 if he's not in the household.
That's why you put in the work before to make sure the marriage works.
So
you don't get.
But you
most
can't
important
be sure
thing,
that.
Most you can't be sure.
27 years married and they divorcing.
They probably shouldn't have been married. As sad as that sounds.
But you'll never know. How long are you gonna date before you find out? Because people show a different side.
You put the work in with yourself.
But we're talking about the other person you choose. You could think you know a person.
Don't think.
And they could not be who you think. And after all these years,
because you didn't put the work in.
Because the number one thing is this.
But people are deceiving as fuck.
But this is the thing too. This is what people don't realize. People grow every day, right? Every year.
And who you marry may not be that same person. You may grow at a different speed.
Everybody
and now
grows.
You've outgrown your partner. You don't foresee that. So you'll never know.
If you put the work in, you'll get to your partner.
One thing I've outgrown is this right here.
You'll get to them, but you don't know if 15 years down the line, y'all just not in sync and it don't work. It's a gamble. Marriage is a gamble.
You're not in sync with.
You'll never. I said 15 years later.
Because she's talking about like later on. Because people
things can change. That's what I'm saying. You never know. You never know how it's gonna go.
It's the same.
You never know.
It's the same concept as this, and this is something I'm passionate about, and this is something that I personally resonate with, and it's affecting me right now. I've grown to realize that relationships won't always work, right? And my relationship with the Rams right now is really rocky.
Anyway, before you go there, let me say this one thing.
No, because I got to get this off my chest.
Really quick. Somebody can decide now as they're searching and decide to become, a certain religion. That's just not in sync with who you are, and they don't want to do it. But now I want to be this, and I'm going to live by this, and it don't match, and now y'all don't work because I just decided to go on this journey to be I don't know, whatever. So things can just change. People's life journey could just deter. It could happen. But go on and talk about these goddamn Rams. I disagree, but
let's get to sports.
So this week, as we get into sports here at The Fix, the Rams played the Cowboys.
And we beat y'all. The brakes off of y'all, just like I said we would. Just like I said we would. Talking all that. He was talking crazy. Keon, Brandon, all of y'all, Rams, L.A. I love L.A.
Can we mute?
We beat the brakes off of y'all.
I wouldn't say the brakes.
The brakes. 12 points in NFL is a blowout. We beat the brakes off of y'all like I said we would. They were what we said they were. What did he say? They are what we said they are.
As I
Bums.
said at the game when I was at the game watching this was the
You
Cowboys
worked up
Super
a sweat
Bowl.
with that rant.
As you know, the Cowboys never make it to the Super Bowl or anywhere close to the Super Bowl. So this was the Cowboys Super Bowl when they played the Rams this weekend. They won the game, so they're very happy. They celebrated. Actually, at the stadium, whenever Dallas was on defense, the crowd was shouting defense to the point the stadium was shaking.
Because
What?
everywhere we go, we home. We America's team.
Oh,
everywhere
my
we go, we the
gosh.
home team. That's why.
If you don't know,
Everywhere we go, we the home team.
If you don't know, the Cowboys every year come down to Oxnard, California for training camp. They've been doing it for years.
It's our city.
I actually went to the training camp to scout
Go
to
home,
see what they
Roger.
had going on this year. It was wild to see at the stadium all the Cowboy fans there and all the cheering and all the stuff. They were saying, "Whose house, Cowboys?"
You giving us a lot now.
Our house.
Let's move along. Let's
Hey,
move
Rams
along.
fans, it's our house now.
Pray for the Rams. We're gonna come back, but just pray for the Rams. Moving on.
No, we're not moving on. You was
Tony,
talking crazy last week.
Tony Jones, I love your jackets, but that cowboy jacket is dirty.
Oh,
Hey, let me just tell y'all, the reason why I'm going so hard, and I told him I had something for him. He was going crazy last week. I got beat y'all that, and now you got to sit here.
Cowboys will be early playoff exit as always. So next topic.
all right. So next up,
Aaron gonna make that comment. He's a Titans fan. They ain't gonna make the playoffs this year, huh?
Speaking of Cowboys, next up,
Yeah.
Cowboys play Eagles next.
We're gonna beat them too.
Cowboys are 4-1. Eagles are 5-0.
No one thought we'd be 4-1.
This is a divisional game. We got Cooper Rush at quarterback. We got Jalen Hurts at quarterback for the Eagles.
We beat the Rams with a backup quarterback. But that's besides
The Rams
point.
also were down 4 linemen. We also had multiple players down. So,
With a backup quarterback.
we're going to forgive y'all for that.
I told y'all.
So, Eagles Cowboys is coming up this week. That's a good game to look out for.
Great game.
Next thing we got Steelers with another loss this week to the
Wait.
Bills.
Antoinette, Eric, Sharonis, Jackson. Yeah, your government name. Y'all might know him. Eagles going down. The Eagles going down.
Look,
The Eagles are going down.
and this
You're going to hear from me.
This is why you never let a Cowboys fan have their moment.
What?
You never let them have their moment because
I
of
need-
this right here.
This ear needs to pop. Like,
So anyway, the Steelers had another loss. The Steelers are deja
okay,
vu
so
team.
bad.
we're gonna go into this closing segment
Steelers
of the
are
Fix
bad.
LA. We're gonna go into the closing segment. Are you gonna take us out, Tony Jones?
Steelers are
Are we
bad.
gonna take us out?
We're not closing yet.
They're worse than the Titans.
We got
The Titans
before
are
to go.
bad.
Are we gonna?
So the Steelers lost
Okay,
again.
and then I wanted to shout out Brian Robertson Jr.
A
Okay,
blowout to the Bills.
anyway, I think I wanted to shout out this moment
Go
that
ahead, you got
Brian Robertson Jr. had when he came out. You know what I mean? To 50 Cent, Many
He
Men.
got shot
Yeah.
a week ago.
6 weeks ago.
6 weeks ago,
But
yeah.
he came out. I mean, if you didn't know, you wouldn't have known. He came out.
Came out to Miniman, right?
But I'm saying, but he came out running, hopping.
Yeah.
You would never know.
He did his
That
thing.
recovery was crazy. So, watch out now. Yeah, shout out to him for that. That was a dope ass entry coming
Glad he
in.
recovered.
Yes.
Well, all I have to say is this: the Steelers play the Bucks this
so,
week. So I hope y'all win.
You're going to get blown out.
Rams play the Panthers. So I know we gonna win.
Y'all might win.
And the Cowboys gonna lose to the Eagles. And
Who the Titans play?
Oh, it doesn't matter. They're not
oh
going anywhere.
my
Little
gosh.
league team.
Who? The Colts.
Oh yeah, little league
Listen.
team.
Shout out to Ariel and our other fantasy league. I'm watching y'all. I'm having a good fantasy year.
So close us out, Tony. Do you got anything on your heart to give as far as the closing today?
Y'all got me right up today. I don't really
Yeah,
get riled up like
goddamn,
that.
get him out of here. Hey, yo, get this nigga out my ear, yo. Hey, yo, stop. Hey, yo, stop. Get this nigga out my ear, yo.
If not, I will say this. If you don't have something,
got something.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Take us home.
I'm sweating.
You are.
Yeah,
Take this this trash ass jacket off and you
Thank
wouldn't
you.
be sweating.
Thank you, boo.
You know what's
Tell him,
crazy?
boo.
God
what's
damn.
Tell him, boo.
I've been hot the whole time. I wanted to take it off. I couldn't take it off. Tell Sports. But
Okay, now come up out that motherfucker.
Yeah,
So
we'll
I
get you a
can
new
stomp it
Rams.
out.
One. After we win our next Super Bowl, we'll get you another Rams.
It's cold in here. Can we light this for some
Hey,
heat?
Rams fans,
We
y'all,
need to,
I told
we
y'all.
need to stage the room because the jacket
Yeah,
shit.
come on now.
So-
Goddamn.
We're our Crystal Warriors.
I got a lot of friends right now going through a lot. Multiple friends, actually,
Oh.
going through a ton. And, my initial response.
I think it's Pedro getting micro braids or Gatorade or what's it called?
What?
It's the Retro 8s.
Retrograde.
It's the Retro 8s.
Retrograde.
It's coming
Mercury
out.
retrograde.
Yeah. Jupiter in retrograde. I got you.
Yeah, the
I got
Mercury
you.
in the
Yeah.
skin, the fish.
A lot of the times
Swimming
I wanna,
upstream.
I want to
The
respond.
Retro 8s is coming out.
A lot of the times I want to respond like, be strong and everything happens for a reason and you're going to get through it. And a lot of the times that's not the case.
Right.
And I wanted to say it's okay to not be okay. it's okay if you get down. It's okay if you get depressed. It's okay if you feel hopeless. It's okay if you feel like nothing's working out. It's okay if you feel like a lot of things are happening to me. It's okay if you question God, right, from time to time. As long as you know there will be a way, you're going to bounce back. Even for me, if I get down, if I get weary, if I get distracted, if I get whatever the case may be, I'll give myself a day. You know, before, we've all been depressed and gone through depression. You know, years ago, I'll be depressed for days and weeks and months and all type of things, you know, but now I give myself a day or two, and then I try to bounce back because I have learned that worrying doesn't do anything.
It don't help at all.
It never has. It never will. Worrying will never fix a problem. Worrying will never fix an issue. And when I look back, and I'll close with this statement. Have you ever been through something that God didn't get you through? The answer for all of us is no, because we're all still here, we're all still breathing, we're all still pumping. So when we know that we're going to make it through, when we know we're going to get through, we know God's already made a way.
The pumping.
It's kind of like, I don't want to say cheating, but we know we're going to get through it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, no matter what.
No matter what.
And worrying and stressing, like you said, doesn't do anything but age you. When the problem is gone, you would have already got age from it, so don't stress.
I look at it like
get
this.
up off your shoulders.
This is how I look at it. Everything is temporary.
Everything's
Everything.
temporary.
So
I
like
think about that.
when you're in these tough situations, just know it's temporary. Why? Because time heals all.
Yes.
Time fixes all. So as long as you keep that in your mind, that'll help you get through so many situations that all this is temporary. You just gotta wait for the time.
I think about that.
I try to respond in a high and a low the same, and I'm trying to get better at that because I don't want to get a high and be like good, and I get a low and I'm super low. The highs and the lows to me are the same, and there's beauty in the darkness, and there's beauty in the struggle, and I'm praying for all y'all love.
I was born in the dark, raised by an
Yes, I think so. I think that pressure build. Yeah, I live by that.
And
now.
you never know what people are going through, man. So treat everybody with kindness and respect, man, because all it takes is one thing.
Somebody
man.
breaking point. You
Somebody
don't know.
breaking point.
Absolutely.
So
That
just always
day.
be mindful. Always be mindful.
Compliments. Uh-oh.
Great show, guys. The mic said we're done. This
Yes.
is The Fix. Wow. Good show, y'all. Hey, we ain't never
Dating
Is that a
tough.
turn
That's
off? Is
tough.
that a turn on? Is that attractive for her? to
And this
come
is for
on
you guys too.